Race 8 we're up to now.
The Doncaster.
The BMW Doncaster Mile.
We've got a horse race happening.
A Group 1 race for the 3-year-olds and up. With a little
Sydney's best horse race.
Sydney's best horse race, yep.
By a mile. All right. Shootout, $15. Piero 250, 31 Glass Harmonium, Veyron 51, Danley 51, Happy Trails 26, Ethiopia 19, 21 Secret Admirer, Solzhenitsyn 17, Lamasery 101, Appearance, been the best back runner since the field was put out, 13 to 850 at Sportsbet. Red Tracer 21, Streamer 16, Norzita 9, out from 8. Monton 61, Alma's Fury 67, 34 Fontalina, 34 Sacred Falls, Light in the Night 81, Aeronautical 41, Strike the Stars The Emergency $101.
I can understand why there's money for Appearance. I think the mare's form this time going into a Doncaster is stronger than it has been in previous years. They're returning some pretty good figures, both in the Coolmore and in the...
Better than More Joyce's last year.
I think you'll find that they probably are just about better than More Joyce was last year. But More Joyce was getting those soft runs in the Queen of the Turf, so it's very hard to compare. When they go really slow in a race, it's very hard. You've got to allow for it. And it's the same with Piero in the George Ryder. They walked in that race, so really all you can do is focus on the last sort of 600 metres of that race and look at the breakdown of the times, but take into account that they've gone so slow that the horses are entitled to finish off a bit harder. But I can understand why there's money for her. She was over the odds at $13. $8.50 is probably about the right price. I thought Happy Trails was pretty good in the George Ryder. He tracked up behind Piero. He lost a shoe at the 500. I spoke to Glyn yesterday. That interview's online. I asked him what happened because I was watching all the replays the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And he was moving into the race. And then, of course, they've just sprinted away from him after he lost a shoe. But he stuck on well. He is a Group 1 winner. He did finish 4th in this race last year. I'm finding it hard to bet against Piero, though. I certainly won't be having any big bets against him because he's just a star colt. He's never been beaten in Sydney and he's drawn pretty well. And everyone's sort of talking about him having to carry a weight-carrying record, but the race has changed in the last few years. It's become a quality handicap and, you know, at the end of the day, he's only 4 kilos above the minimum. So I think Mentality carried 55.5 when he was second to Harada Son, and I think the minimum then was 51 kilos. It could have been lifted to 52. I'll have to double check that, but he's either 3.5 above the minimum or 4.5 above the minimum. I've got no doubt Pierre's a better horse than Mentality. And look, I'll play my hand. I on Monday had a little small bet each way, a little bit extra on the place on Light in the Night. Just thought his run in the Ajax a little inconclusive because they went pretty slow, but he found the line pretty well.
Went super in the race.
His closing sectionals were good and he's drawn a good gate, and look, I think if there's a little sneaky hope to run a hole, it's him at big odds.
I'm not playing in the win markets here, okay? I'm not.
You don't want to bet against him.
I'm not going to bet against him. No, not.
That's
not,
the problem, isn't it?
You know, the bottom line is the 3-year-olds have dominated weight for age racing this year, okay?
Yep.
When they've been beaten, they've run second, like Epaulet last week. God bless him, and well done for that. And yes, Sportsbet were offering $34 to the doubters because I got some of it too. Actually, I got quite a bit of it.
There was no sling in that for Nick.
No, there's nothing there. What was I saying? So the 3-year-olds have just dominated.
Yep.
All right?
All too hard, obviously.
3-year-olds
everywhere
dominate this race in recent years. So... yeah, he's up in the weights, but he's got a better record than the previous winners and the previous ones that have been here.
Oh, without a doubt.
I don't want to bet against him. I've had something on Norzita in the favourite out market at $5.
Okay.
Okay, so Piero out, that market. $5.50 I took, Norzita.
I haven't even had a look at this.
Right, which I think's a good price. Again, following that 3-year-old path.
Yep.
She's done nothing wrong. I think she's down in the weights. I think she would take some beating. So $5.50 Norzita favourite out market. The other bets I've had in the race, I have backed Alma's Fury to run a place at $18. I think he's a great price. This horse is flying. He is absolutely flying.
So
Let's look at his campaign, hey?
So is the jockey, Brenton. He's riding. Awesome.
Let's look at, well, he's just a jockey, mate. They're all the same. They ride him good sometimes and they ride him bad when you get beaten. All right, this campaign. He won the Apollo first up, just charged home. Now, I know it was an average group weight for age race, but he still got the cash. He then franked that. He hit the line as good as shootout in the Chipping Norton.
Yep.
He got beaten 1.8 at weight for age, and he was on the line. He was as strong as shootout. They then went to 1900. He's not a 1900 metre horse. A mile is him.
Yep.
Okay, he can be strong at a mile, but he can't be strong at 1900. He had 58.5. He only finished 2.7 behind Julianus, who was awesome that day.
Yeah, and he's better back over the mile, isn't he?
Well, they then brought him back to the Doncaster Prelude last week. I thought he was unreal behind Sky Rush. You know, he had 57 kegs. He drops down to 53. He's got a good alley. He's going to put himself there. There doesn't look to be mad speed in this Doncaster.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon he can give you a real good side at $18 a place. He will be thereabouts.
Mm-hmm.
And I also, like yourself, I had something on Light in the Night at $19. He's a mad fresh horse.
Yeah.
He's got a good record over a mile. I thought his first up run was unreal in a slowly run race. He'll be better served here. He's drawn a good alley. He's going to get the soft run. And he'll handle all track conditions.
Shootout, second Amora.
No knock shootout.
No.
He's a good horse. I just don't want to be on him. He's not a horse that I've ever sort of lined up with. I don't know. It's just he's been expensive to me in some cases because of that. But look, to me, I wouldn't back him at $15 to win the race against Piero.
Yep.
But and then I've got to take $9 in the favourite out market. I'd prefer to be on Nozita at $5.50. Basically, is where I came down to there. No knock on him, but he's a bloody good horse. He is a good horse.
He's a very good horse.
Secret Admirer. Oh, she's a gunner. Where's
I'm happy there.
Dan Lee, hard to knock him. He's always good. Happy Trails, like you said. I still haven't forgiven him for last year at $301. I won't get over that, I don't think. Solzhenitsyn. Why can't he run a race? He was excellent first up. Forgive him second up on the slow track. He can bounce back. It's a Doncaster. There's a heap of chances. It's just a good race. It's just a good race. It is the best race that we've got in this carnival.
Yeah.
And like the Melbourne Cup, you don't have to put a decent race on with it.
No.
Because it just carries the day.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
That's it.
That's it. We're good there.
We're good.
So we've gone through a couple of favourite out markets, a couple of place bets.
Well, I think
both saying Piero.
You don't have to bet in the win market. There are so many options for punters these days.
Well, look at us last weekend with Epaulet. We've had a fill up and we've made money outside of backing Black Caviar.
You know what was very funny? I was walking back down because we watched the race out the front where the horses come back in, and this dear old lady, she was walking and she was just struggling a bit, so I sort of helped her along. I thought I'd do my good deed for the year.
Yeah.
Right, so I helped her along.
Before or after?
No, after the race, and we're walking back.
Good then.
Yeah, we're walking back down, and and she was sort of holding my arm, and I was just guiding her, and she said, "Oh, wasn't it wonderful seeing that beautiful horse do that?" And I said, "I don't know, I haven't watched it yet. I'll go and watch it on the replay now." I was watching Epaulet. God bless him.
Yep. Anyway.
The punt always shines, doesn't it?
Punt always shines.
It's always number one.
I thought you were going to rip out, yes, he ran fantastic and the mare went well too.
No.